Hello and welcome to the Tough Love with Teresa podcast. Challenging the way you think about health, wellness, and disease. Empowering you with foundational knowledge so you can positively affect your health through a series of small, seemingly insignificant daily choices. Hi, my name is Teresa Flawed. I'm the owner of Empower and Flourish, my health and wellness company where I help my clients to improve or reverse their symptoms so they can live the abundant life they were created for. Today's episode is titled, Is Suffering and Sweating Really Necessary? I hope you enjoy it. Most people believe that you have to suffer and sweat in order to check off the exercise box. The truth is, any movement is better than no movement at all. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. One of the most common pitfalls my clients make is this concept of all or nothing. I teach that perfection is not our goal and that consistent, tiny steps compound over time. Any step in the right direction will serve you better than no steps at all. Research shows us that anything less than 10,000 steps a day means that you're sedentary, and that being sedentary is as bad as a pack-a-day smoking habit. This sounds harsh and feels almost impossible if you have an office or a desk job. I grew up in a town without great public transportation, so people drive most everywhere they go. And if I'm not intentional, it's uncommon for me to average 3,500 to 5,000 steps a day. If I had an all or nothing mentality, or if I was focused on perfection, I would probably have given up. But instead of giving up, I started tracking my steps and I quickly discovered ways to increase my steps. For example, when I cook, I get more steps. When I park farther away from the door, I get more steps. I also started waking up early to spend time with God, and part of my morning routine before I moved onto the sailboat involved me walking while listening to a sermon, a podcast, or worship music. I was getting a lot more steps this way, and I was getting to spend quality time with God, so it was a win-win. The biggest takeaways I want you to remember are that 1, a tracked number grows. If you track your steps, you'll be more aware of what you're doing. And if you remember that any step towards your goal is a win, you'll be more inclined to find ways to increase your steps. And 2, perfection should not ever be your goal. If 10,000 steps a day feels impossible, set your goal lower. I have an app on my phone called Pedometer Plus, and I have my goal set at 7,500 steps a day. And when I reach that, it shoots this electric confetti up in the air. It makes me laugh, and I feel like I've really accomplished something. So set your goal at a slightly higher step count than you're currently reaching. And when you feel confident that you can reach that consistently, increase it. Now let's talk for a second about sweating and suffering. One of the reasons that our culture is so focused on this is because people believe something that's just not true. They believe that sweating and suffering are necessary in order to burn calories, and that the only way to lose weight is to burn more calories than you consume. I disagree. When I work with clients, calories never even enter our discussion. You don't have a calorie problem per se. What you have is a quality problem. You have a chemical overload problem. You're probably consuming ingredients on a regular basis that I don't even consider to be food. Most of my clients also absorb endocrine disrupting ingredients every single day. And it's also highly likely that you have multiple nutrient deficiencies. That's why I teach my clients to redefine food, to approach health and weight loss from a completely different perspective. We put our focus on adding in healthy foods, which naturally causes my clients to decrease the ingredients that aren't serving them well. I do feel compelled before we wrap this up to mention that sweating and suffering can be really good for you. It's just not the most important thing. Increasing your steps, adding in healthy, whole foods, and decreasing less desirable ingredients are definitely the most important places to start. Then, if you still have symptoms you want to tackle, if you still have things about your health and your body that you want to improve, then we can talk about sweating and suffering. But to be honest, by the time you get to that point in your health journey, you'll probably welcome the exercise and won't feel like it's suffering at all because you'll realize that your efforts are just making your body stronger and healthier. You might just like it. If you want to learn more about how to improve your health, check out this Healthy for Jesus video that explains the 3 key concepts that you need to know today in order to start making healthier choices. And once you've watched the Healthy for Jesus video, I hope you'll come and hang out with me in our free community. And if you want to learn more about movement and how it can improve your health, click the link below to learn about the 90-day Jumpstart. That's where you're going to learn that your bones are alive and why that's so important. You'll learn the truths and myths about calcium and what role vitamin D is playing in your overall health. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening. Please let me know if I can serve you in any way, and I hope you have an amazing day.